What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another DLC 5 skill test today. We got data input going up against Hero's Flute. Now, these skills are completely different, so this skill test is going to be completely different, like damage, speed, and all that. We really don't have to test those type of things because these moves are moves that are really used to prevent yourself from taking damage. Hero's Flute puts a barrier around you, while data input is a move that's supposed to give you an auto dodge feature. So these moves are really supposed to be more defensive type moves that, again, prevent you from taking damage. So again, this skill test is going to be different. We're not going to really be testing damage, speed, or anything like that. We're just going to really talk about how these moves work and the uses for them in Xenoverse 2. So let's get into the skill test between Hero's Flute and data input. Alright guys, clearly we're going to get this skill test started a little bit differently today since these moves really don't put out damage. The main thing that we're going to be talking about with these moves is how they work and the uses for them. So we're going to start off Trunks attacking me, as you guys see right here. And data input, guys, really is a move that has the auto dodge feature, but only when you are standing still. As you guys see right here, you have to be standing still for the auto dodge feature to work. I just floated back right there and I was able to be attacked. Again, I'm just floating into Trunks. If you are moving at any kind of way, if you are sidestepping, side dashing, anything, you will be able to take damage if you are moving while you have data input active. Another way that you can take damage while having data input active is if your opponent key stun. A key stun works like any kind of key stun would, whether you have data input on or not. It stuns you and then you're able to get put into a basic combo again, regardless of having data input on. And as you saw right there, another way to counter it is with a grab. If your opponent grabs you, you will be able to take damage while in the data input form, you know, whatever you want to call it. So those are three ways that you can counter this move. And of course, you can use any kind of regular key super attack or key ultimate, but I doubt anybody's really going to land a key super or key ult without using any combo. If you do, you're most likely playing a noob. So when using data input, you got to be cautious of key stunning, grabbing, and you got to be cautious of your movements, because your movements, like I said, when you are moving, you can take damage. But one other thing about data input that was somewhat of a major question amongst people was if you could attack while being in it. Yes, you can attack while you have the data input active. There's nothing preventing you from attacking. You don't lose stamina while attacking or anything like that either. So you can attack while having data input active. Now, one other thing about data input before we move on to Hero's Flute is the fact that it does drain a little bit of stamina. As you guys see, every time I get, attempted to be attacked and I use the auto dodge feature, my stamina slightly goes down. But I do have stamina on normal, so it's not like it's on auto recovery. So you guys see how quick the recovery is if you do lose a little bit. The recovery is basically instant because you are still standing still after auto dodging. You're still standing there gaining back stamina after the auto dodge takes place. So honestly, the stamina minus or drain is so minimal that it has really no effect, because again, you're still standing there and you're gonna gain your stamina back instantly. So that right there, I just wanted to mention it to you guys to let you guys know, but at the same time, again, it really has no effect because it's so minimal that it doesn't matter at all. Now, moving on to Hero's Flute. This is a move that basically, it's a barrier for CACs. That's its main purpose for CACs. It can block anything. As you guys saw, it just blocked the super attack. It can block any kind of basic attack or any kind of super attack. It also repels your opponent like a barrier would, doing 219 damage against Trunks, as you saw right there. But again, it can repel any kind of basic or any kind of strike or key-based super. Now, when you get to ultimates, this is where the move cannot do anything for you. If your opponent is using an ultimate of any kind, you will take damage. Even a full power energy blast volley, if one of the volleys hit, the whole barrier gets penetrated. As you guys, I put you on ultimate attack too, I was about to say. But if I could actually get my barrier up, let's do it this time right here. As you guys are about to see, I'm gonna have my barrier up, and one volley hit is all it takes for this barrier to go down. So that basically shows you any kind of ultimate in the game will penetrate this barrier. Now we're going to change it to full power energy blast wave, and you guys again are going to see it's just basically going to go through the barrier, and I'm going to take all complete damage fully on. Just completely penetrated my barrier, and I took all the damage without any kind of blocking or anything like that. So that's something that you have to keep in mind with this move. It can block any kind of physical, basic attack, strike attack, or key-based super attack, but when it comes to ultimates, it will basically do nothing for you, and you're going to be left wide open if you try and block an ultimate with it. Now, one other thing that I do want to mention about this move is the fact that you don't gain HP back. It is a regular barrier if you are not Tapion. If you are not Tapion or have Tapion Super Soul on, you don't gain HP back. You literally do not gain anything. As you guys are about to see, I'm going to put my health to danger. And the only reason you gain anything with Hero's Flute while you have Tapion is because of his Super Soul. It's not because that Hero's Flute actually heals you. It doesn't. It's the Super Soul that Tapion has, which ends up healing him when you guys have used him without limitations. If anybody has used Tapion with limitations, you've noticed that Hero's Flute does not heal you in any kind of way. So that's really it for Hero Flute. That's everything on it, what it does and things like that. Like I said, you can block any kind of physical attack, any kind of key or strike super attack, but when it comes to ultimates, your barrier will be broken immediately no matter what, even against a full power energy blast volley. It does not matter. One little volley hits it and your barrier is going bye-bye immediately. But again, as you guys saw earlier, it did work against Burning Attack. I'll show it one more time against Burning Attack and Shining Slash, just to show you guys it does work against all type of supers. Oh, I just used data input on an accident. Hold on, wrong button. Back up, Trunks, don't hit me with that. All right. As you guys see right here, Burning Strike, that's nothing basically to me with when I have that barrier up. And now we're going to show Shining Slash going up against the barrier just to show you guys that it does work against all super, any kind of super attack really. Whether it's strike based or key based, the move will work. And if it is strike based, obviously your opponent will bounce off like that, resulting in them taking a very little bit of damage, but it still is some damage. And also one other thing before I get out of here with this move, guys, you can use it as a way to get space between your opponent. If you need, say you need stamina and your opponent charges at you, you can hit him with a Hero's Flute real quick to just bounce them off basically in a knockaway type thing, and then go straight to the ground to get your stamina back. You can use it in that way as well, but again, the main purpose of this move is basically to nullify all regular basic attacks and strike and super attacks if you put the barrier up in time. But that's really it for these two moves, man. When it comes to these two moves, if I had to choose one, I probably would choose Hero's Flute, to be honest. Like, data input, I mean, it's cool and all, the fact that you auto dodge, but really I'm gonna auto dodge while standing still. Like, that's the only way I can really use the move, is if I'm standing still. Does that really help me at all? And is it really fun to just stand still at the same time while playing? So honestly, for that reason, the fact that data input really only works while you're standing still, I'm definitely going with Hero's Flute as my favorite move between the two, because again, you can really block any kind of super attack, any kind of basic attack or anything like that. And on top of that, you could be a little disrespectful with it if you really want. You could be like, yeah, bitch, you really can't touch me. Like, that's what you're basically saying when you put this up. You can't touch me unless you hit an ultimate. So that's it, everything again for Hero's Flute and data input. Let me know what you guys think on these two moves. Which one is your favorite between the two? Again, my favorite between the two is definitely Hero's Flute, but I love to hear you guys' opinion down below. So as always, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you guys have a good day. Peace, y'all.